As I'm combing our hair out, I'm just going to talk to you about the importance of being a great hairstylist. Knowing that now is so important, okay? If you think you're just going to be an okay hairstylist down the road, okay, you're just going to be an okay hairstylist. But when you have the mentality of like, hey, I'm going to do really good in this career, I'm going to learn, I'm going to share, I'm going to grow as a person, guess what? You're reaching out to more people every day. And you're going to touch people's lives, you're going to make them pretty, you're going to make them feel good. Guess what? They're going to pay you for that, which is awesome, okay? And then they're going to send you their friends and family. And this, as you grow with this, with your industry, with your clientele, you will grow. And that's the best part about this business, okay? So let me show you a quick, because they don't like a regular job. Okay, one, regular job. You don't want a corporate world? You don't want to go in the corporate world? There's got to be more.
Flexibility.
Flexibility. How about dress the way you want? Do your hair any way you want. I mean, is that a privilege or what? It's a freedom.
Be the boss.
Right, be your own boss. Be an entrepreneur. Be creative. But yeah, that's why I got into business. Actually, I'll tell you a little story. I came home one day after shampooing a lady. I was about 20 years old. I was at my friend's salon. My friend's mom's salon. And I came home, I told my parents I was going to be a hairstylist. Do you know what? You'd never tell an Asian parent that brought you all the way over from Korea to be a doctor or to be a dentist or to be someone, but to be a hairstylist, it was like, ah! They freaked out on me. I got kicked out of the house pretty much. But you know what? I told them I'm going to be the best hairstylist ever. So I kept doing it. And you know what? 25 years later, best thing I ever did. Okay, and I want to share that with you guys because your career will take off. It could take off right after school. It could take off 5 years later. But when it does take off, you're gonna be the most happiest person in the world because the freedom that you get is you get to know who you are. You get to know your purpose. You get to know your people like you never have in any industry. Okay. And you could make probably anywhere from 6 figures too, by the way, if you really dedicate yourself now. If you want to screw around, okay, and not take this seriously, you'll make it. It'll just take you 10 years longer to help you so you can get there 10 years earlier, okay? Not just because know how to cut hair, it's because how to service your clients. What's important about servicing your clients? They're the ones who pay you. And when they pay you, they send you referrals. They trust you. They believe in that you're going to make them feel good. Make them look pretty. That's why they're coming to you, right? So I wrote some questions up here for you guys to look at. And this, I think, is very important. With my stylists in the salon, what I used to do is to make sure they know who they were. You guys know who you are, right? Okay, so in your mind, you don't have to talk loud, but you know who you are, you know your name, you know what you're doing. What do you do? What do you like to do? What is that drives you get up in the morning? What makes you want to call your mom and tell you how excited you are about what you're doing with your life? And things do you like to do? And who are you doing it for? Just think about that. Who are you doing this for? And the fourth question is, what do they need or what do they want from you? You know, think about that. What do they need? What do they want from you? Okay, for the last, how do they change as a result of you influence? How do they transform? You know, because of you. Okay, so think about these questions. We're going to get back to it later. Okay, this is just something for you to think about. It's not something for you to, it's not a test. Thank you so much. I started out with friends and family. Okay, all my friends became my clients. And then I realized that they were not good clients. So I fired 80% of them, okay? Then I went and got new clients. And there's a formula for this. And it's really simple. You get 10 friends and you get 10 clients. You ask every one of them at the end of your session to ask bring you another client, that you're building your business, that you appreciate them, and that it'd be great that you could send me a client. Okay, that's the best tip you're gonna ever get. Okay, when you're starting out. So then you ask that client to give you another client. The power here is ask. If you don't ask, you won't get it. Okay, and they want to help you because they're there in your chair, knowing that you're their new hairstylist, and they're gonna bring their girlfriends. They're gonna tell your coworkers. They're going to tell their mothers, and here's the best part. All you have to do is just care. You could be the best hairstylist, but if you don't care, you won't get those referrals. Because we are human beings, and we're connected. So the connections will bring people into your lives. So the more happy you are, and the more prosperous you can become. And it never stops. I had never advertised once in 25 years. All my clients came from referrals and never asked to even send them to me. You know why they came? Because I gave the best shampoo anyone could ever get. Because I was a horrible hairstylist when I started. But I was the best damn shampoo boy. So I shampooed them until they were so happy. When they got in my chair, they had no idea why they were there for in the first place. That's how I survived the first 2 years of my career. Okay? On my third year, I was behind the chair, and I picked the best service that you could ever do to make money in this business. What's the #1 service in the hair industry? Color. It's the biggest money maker. You get a color client, you go from making how much a year on that? Okay, let me show you, give an example. You get a cutting client, the most you're gonna make $1,000 off of them annually. Okay? Because they only need a haircut once a month. And if your haircut's less than $100, you're making $1,000. That's how you know your math and you do your payroll. You get a client that's spending $200 on a hair color, do your math. And then they get a little highlight, look at this, guess what? They're spending now $7,000 with you every year. So how many clients, color clients, do you need to make $70,000 a year?
10.
Thank you very much. You don't need a lot of color clients to make more. But how many clients do you think you're going to need to see every day just to cut? It's a lot. So specialize in something that will give you the advantage to get your page, let's say your check average, we call that, higher. So if your ticket only looks like 50 bucks, 50 bucks, 50 bucks, that's what? You're worth 50 bucks. Okay? An hour. Okay? And it's not going to happen overnight, but you start out with maybe $40 a haircut for women, 30, but you gradually raise it 5%, okay, every year on a regular basis. Just like economy, it grows. So you grow your business just like that. And next thing you know, you don't even know it, but 5 years later, now you're making all this money and you're doing great. And your clients are referring people, and you're happy and they're happy. So what do you do from there? You open a salon. No, I'm kidding, don't do that. Now, from there, what you do is you keep specializing, keep learning other trades. In the business, you could be a hair straightening specialist, relaxer specialist. You could become a hair loss specialist. You could become a blonde hair color specialist. There are so many ways to get your niche, you know. It could be ethnic hair. It could be, I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but hair straightening. Who straightens their own hair? Everybody, right? Either it's flat ironing or it's something. Straightening is huge, right? Well, chemical straightening has become a crazy thing for the last 5 years, okay? Actually, past 10 years. We started out with, before keratin was regular straightening, you know? And we had really good stuff. And then keratin came, then it kind of blew everything out because the formaldehyde and the aldehyde that's in the products. And the major companies, they'll come out and tell you if it's not harmful. Well, it's up to you. If you get sick, don't do it. If it smells bad, don't use it. Okay? If it tastes bad, don't put it in your mouth. Okay? All I'm telling you is this business is all you know what? You're using your brain, right, every day, right? Well, guess what you're also using? You're using your skin. Your skin tells your brain exactly what's going on. That's the first senses. So the way you touch people, the way you get any kind of chemicals, anytime you touch it, it feels good or it feels bad. So it's going to give you the sensory. So every human being is very aware of their own sensory. And so you should be aware of not only your own sensory, but your clients. That's what you're doing this for. So anytime you're in this business or they're in their chair, you want to be able to make them feel comfortable and relaxed. Because they're working hard out there and they're coming to you to look better and feel better. So give them what they need. What do they need anyway, guys?
Care. Caring.
Hey, she's listening.
TLC.
TLC. There you go. So how are we going to get through the first 2 years of our lives? I'm in the hair business.
Good shampoo.
You're going to shampoo them better than anyone else. You have to. If you don't, it's the most crucial part because you know what? That's when the trust starts. You could talk to them all you want, but until they trust you, they're never going to believe that you're great. And you know how they're going to know they're great? They're going to feel it. Because when you start massaging them, you start saying, hey, you're so... And then that's when you do your small talk. You don't ask them what do they do for a living. No, you just talk to them about let them talk. You don't talk about your life and drama. You let them talk because they're the ones that want to release. You're there to listen and hold their hand. Okay?
Hairapy.
Hmm?
Hairapy.
Hair therapy. Absolutely. Okay. So every time you go to a class, every time you go to a hair show, every time you invest time, money on yourself, give yourself a raise. Don't forget to give yourself a raise. Nobody's going to give you a raise unless you give yourself a raise first. You just, Same thing, you charge more. Because your commission will go up more. I mean, if you get paid more, your commissions, you ask for more commission. You know what? I was getting paid 70% commission at a salon. Before I opened my hair salon, guess what? I was making more money than the owners. So I had no choice but to go open a salon. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this industry helps you grow. As you build, you'll get more clients. As you learn, you make more money. As you expand through the years of your life, you get more stuff out of it. If you work in a commission salon, you're going to be surrounded with people that are going to be helping you a lot. When you work in a non-commission salon, when you work in a booth rental salon, you're not going to get a whole lot of people to help you. Okay? So my advice to you guys is to learn much as you can in a salon after you graduate that's got some community. It's got some love into the place. You know, the vibe is good. You know, people are more like-minded like you. So you don't hop around so much. We're so desperate to go get a job, we end up getting a job we don't like, and we end up going job for job and job. But guess what? Your clients don't want to go there with you every time. So you're going to lose some clients. So try to be pace yourself. You know, take your 10, grow your 20, grow your 30 at one place. When you get to your 50 clients, solid 50 clients, then you want to just kind of love them. you know, and then take them with you wherever you want to go. Okay? And they'll follow you. Trust me, they'll follow you. Your clients are going to become your best friends. You'll probably end up meeting your best friend or your boyfriend or your girlfriend. You know, it could be your future employer. You never know. So treat everybody great. Okay, so you could do that. You could just ask them. I said, listen, I'm a blah, blah, blah. I want to help you guys. And they'll say, okay, no problem. You go help them behind stage. And now you get to meet hairstylists that have been doing hair for 20-some years. And they're going to teach you things, because that's what we love to do. We love to share. You know, so that's what you're going to be doing. Go and learn from other people. But you know what? I'm going to show you why this formula is so important for you. Because this is not about your client. This is about you. Okay? Anytime you change your career or your passion or your desire, you just follow this and you'll figure yourself out. The more you figure yourself out, the more you can help your clients. The more you know about yourself and them, the better, longer your relationships are going to be. You know, you don't want to flip your clients. You want your clients to bring you more clients. It's a competition out there, guys. There's a lot of hairstyles, a lot of schools. Only way you're going to stand out from the others, it's your heart. It's your caring. If you don't do that much of it, then you're just another hairstylist that just wants to make a few bucks. And that's not what you want. You want this to be a career, a lifestyle. Read that last question. So what do you do again? Hair?
I make people happy.
Hey! Bingo! You get die blocks for that one.
Oh, cool!
Yes! That's what I want to hear, guys. She had the correct answer. What you want to tell people from now on. And you don't want to ask them what they do, okay? But when they're going to ask you, what do you do when you're out there, okay? You don't want to answer them by saying, I'm a hairstylist. You don't want to answer that, I do hair. I do perms. That's not you. Okay?
Make people happy.
Exactly. You came into this world to help people anyway. To feel good and to love people, okay? And to be healthy and to share, okay? So take that philosophy into your work, to your personal life, and also remember that. When you understand what you do for a living, you make people look good, you make people feel good, you make people want to, you know, dance, cry. Those are all emotional things that you're going to end up doing. And it's amazing what you can do.
Doesn't touch the parents after their haircut.
So what do you do for a living?
Make people happy.
All right. What? Believe it or not, you'll feel better if you make somebody feel good.
Totally.
You know? I try to give $1 to everybody. I try to give $1 to a person every day. And the reason I do that, because I really believe that when you're sending out positive energy, you get positive energy back. Okay? Developing your interpersonal skills is going to be the foundation for your success in this business. So your interpersonal skills will come, if not more important than your technical skills. Because technical skills, in 5 years, if you spend 1 hour a day in 5 years, you will be an expert in this business. It's not that hard to spend 1 hour a day for 5 years, okay, to be an expert. So don't worry about your technical skills, just do it, okay? But your interpersonal skills, you have to develop them. You have to read. You have to do your research. And good thing is, because of YouTube and the internet and Google, you can get all the information you need. My first job was at Regis Hair Salon. You ever work? Good place to start. You guys want to know.
Where is it?
Mel Regis Hair Salon, they're all in malls. There's 1,200 of them. There's so many of them throughout the country.
It's like a supercut? No?
A little higher end.
Okay.
Do they have training?
They have great training. It's corporate.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good company to work for. Hair cuttery, same thing. They have training. Good company to work for. The owner's name is Dennis Ratner. Really, I worked there too for a couple of years when I first started. And I really enjoy working for corporate because it gives me a chance to know structure, education, stability. I got all my business sense from them because they were so organized. Okay. Then when I went to work for, private companies, that was a little bit more, I bounced around a lot. That's why I was telling you guys, build your ethnic clientele and take them with you, but don't bounce too much. Okay? It's good to change atmospheres and move on to your next desired destination when you know that's the next right home. But then when you want to stay for a while, so you want to audition your owners. As much as they're interviewing you, you want to make sure they're the right type of people you want to work for or work with. It makes a big difference, and it's better to take your time and get to know people and then say, I just need a job. Because everybody needs a job. But when you go there, they're saying, no, I'm here to make people look good and feel good, and that's what you tell them.
And I'm gonna have fun doing it.
And I'm gonna enjoy this because this is my lifestyle. Once they believe what you're in for, they'll train you. They'll give you the hours. It's when you're not passionate and when you're not motivated, they're like, why should I waste my time training you? So. And you'll find that all your clients are baby boomers, a huge amount of baby boomers, and they love to take care of their skin and their hair. And because they have all the money in the world. So when you get out, I would target those clients. I would hit everybody 60 and up. There's so many of them, and they all have money. Where you're trying to hit somebody 20 and 30 that's working, scrounging, it's kind of hard to provide that consistent service, But there's a lot of ladies out there that need their color done every month, and they need pampering. They need cuts, colors, and pampering. Two most valuable service in the salon. And everybody needs it. So specialize in those two areas. And if you want to get really creative, do the straightening. Do the straightening. Do the perms. Do the highlights. Blonde specialist. I had a friend, she became a blonde specialist just because she was a blonde. You know what? She was no different from another one, but because she just wrote, I'm a blonde specialist, she got 30% more business than the person that didn't write it. So what I'm trying to is give you little tricks here to how to market yourself and to specialize yourself. And you can do so much better. Like I say, you never say, hey, I'm a hairstylist, I want to cut your hair. Because everybody does that.
Yeah.
You says, no, I'm going to make you look pretty. Or I'm going to make you look younger. I can help you. Do you have any hair problems? You just kind of talk to them. They're like, yeah, I need some help. Yeah, you want to help me? Yeah. That's the next thing you know, you got a client.
What about guys' hair? You said you can do this dry cut on men?
You could do it on short haircut.
So how short? What's the
Like
long?
mine. You could do short. I'm going to do a short one on her. Long hair haircuts will take longer. So, do realize that your short haircuts are going to be minimal. Let's say, I'm just going to throw out a number. If you're cutting somebody's hair for $40, okay, your long haircuts, it's got to be the extra $20. Okay, so do charge for the extra thick hair and the time that you spend. Time is money. And your skill is worth a lot too. So